I have no idea how they managed to keep doing it, but the clock hasn't struck midnight yet for this Colorado team. This game had no business being this exciting and this thrilling, but it turns out Colorado and Colorado State delivered one of the best games of the college football season through the first couple of weeks. I mean, myself personally, I thought this was going to be a Colorado blowout, and I think a lot of people did as well, considering the spread was 24 points. Then there was all the drama this week surrounding both coaches, so a lot of people thought that Colorado was absolutely going to stomp all over Colorado State. But that wasn't the case as the Rams came ready to play. They led entering the half, and honestly, late in this game, it looked like Colorado State would be the team that'd be escaping with the victory. But Colorado had enough magic left in them to pull off the incredible 43-35 victory in double overtime. So yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this game because I'm still trying to react to what we just watched. I mean, I'd pretty much already accepted that Colorado State was going to get this victory, especially when they scored that touchdown with 11 minutes to go to extend their lead to 11 points. Even when Colorado State was forced to punt the ball and they punted it all the way down to the Colorado 2-yard line, I was thinking, man, there is no way that Shedeur Sanders is going to be able to lead them 98 yards to tie the game. But just goes to show, I know absolutely nothing. Because Shedeur Sanders had probably the greatest drive of his entire collegiate career. He led the Buffaloes on a 7-play 98-yard drive that lasted only a minute and a half. He made a number of big plays, but he capped it off with a 45-yard passing touchdown to Jimmy Horn Jr. Even after Colorado did the improbable and drove down the field, they still had to get the 2-point conversion, and they managed to get it. This game went back and forth in overtime, and I still thought Colorado State was going to hang around and pull this off. Also, I want to say this about Colorado State. After they scored their touchdown in overtime, how do you not go for 2 there? I mean, you just scored, you have all the momentum. Why don't you just go for 2 and try to walk it off in Colorado? That's what I would have done. I would not have kicked the extra point and sent it to a second overtime. I would have tried everything to win the game right there. Also, speaking of overtime, can we just talk about something really quick? I don't know if they changed the rules or anything like that. I know there's that new dumb rule. I know they changed the rules about going for 2 and everything, and they're not the normal rules of old. But did anyone else notice that Colorado got the ball to start the second overtime after getting the ball to start the first overtime? So yeah, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how Colorado got the ball to start both overtimes. Again, maybe there was a rule that went down this offseason that I just missed that I don't know about, and you can do that now in college football, but I'm pretty certain that if you start the first overtime with the ball and it goes into a second overtime, you're definitely not supposed to have the ball to start that second overtime as well, so not that it makes that big of a difference. I mean, I guess it kind of does because Colorado scored and they ended up winning the game, but I did think that was a little interesting about that whole overtime thing. So if I'm right or wrong on this whole overtime debacle, let me know in the comments below, because again, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get the ball to start 2 consecutive overtimes. But yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this game, because like I said, I'd accepted that Colorado State was probably going to win this game. I mean, they were just looking like the better overall team through the first 3.5 or so quarters of this contest. I mean, I was already thinking about where I was going to have to move Shedeur Sanders down in my Heisman top 10 for the upcoming week, because at the end of the first half, his numbers were abysmal, and he just didn't look great at all out there, which was kind of surprising because again, I thought this would be a Colorado State team that he would absolutely light the stat sheet up against. Well, in the second half, he flipped a switch and turned things on because what a performance he had, and he's somehow managing to exceed our expectations every single week. He ended up finishing the game completing 38 of 47 passes for 348 yards. He also had 4 passing touchdowns as well. Meanwhile, for Colorado, all of their wide receivers stepped up again. Xavier Weaver caught 9 passes for 100 yards with a touchdown. Jimmy Horn caught 7 passes for 70 yards and a touchdown as well. And then he had Michael Harrison step up. He caught 7 passes for 75 yards with 2 receiving touchdowns. Considering Colorado was able to do this without Travis Hunter is pretty remarkable. I mean, that play earlier in the game that got him wiped out, as of right now, as I'm recording this video, there's no official injury diagnosis yet for Travis Hunter. I know they took him to a nearby hospital, so as of right now, I don't know what exactly the injury is or how severe it is, but he got absolutely knocked out on a very, very dirty play. I don't know how that player was able to stay in the game, but yeah, that was a massive blow because not only are you losing one of your best wide receiver options, you're losing arguably your top option on defense as well. But it really is incredible that Colorado was able to pull out this victory, because now all of a sudden we're going to be talking about about how Colorado still has the magic. They're 3-0, they're still undefeated, and the dream season continues. Had a couple things just not gone their way at the end, we're talking about how embarrassing of a loss this is to Colorado State. I mean, let's face it, this was a team they were favored to beat by 24 points, and they did not look great at all. So, although it's a great win for Colorado, the fact that they were able to come from behind, it still is a little bit concerning that they were allowing a team like Colorado State to hang in there on this one. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. Colorado had to overcome a lot of obstacles, and they showed that they are truly a legitimate team by pulling off this win. Before I share the rest of my thoughts on this game, here's how you can make the college football season even more exciting and even win money during the process. I've partnered with Underdog Fantasy to bring you guys this exclusive offer. If you sign up using promo code Harris, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. That's $100 of free money that they're just giving you for free. You can choose anywhere from 2 to 5 players for your entry. I've had a lot of success recently as I've won a number of pick'ems. Even during tonight's Colorado State game, I was able to win $1,000. Now, shout out to Underdog for voiding the Travis Hunter entry because he obviously left the game with an injury, but by them taking that out, we were able to win this one. Underdog also has this very special promo for Sunday, where if you are correct on your Tua Tagovailoa pick'em entry, you're immediately entered to win $10,000. So if you correctly pick that he goes higher or lower than his total yards, you're immediately entered to win $10K. That's pretty good, I think. So if you'd like to make the college football season even more exciting and win some money during the process, make sure to sign up with Underdog Fantasy using promo code Harris for a 100% deposit match up to $100. You guys can also sign up using the link in my description below. They make it out of their non-conference slate 3-0, and now the real test is going to take place. This is what everyone wants to see with this Colorado team. How are they going to look when they face Pac-12 opponents? I mean, no disrespect to TCU, Nebraska, and Colorado State, but none of those teams are quite on the level of a lot of the teams in the Pac-12. And Colorado is going to kick off conference play by going on the road to Autzen Stadium to take on Oregon next week. And that's going to be a phenomenal game. As of right now, I was trying to find it, and it looks like Oregon is currently favored by 14 points, so I don't know if that's too high, too low, or if that's the right line. But the Ducks are expected to win by 2 touchdowns, so this is going to be Colorado's first true test. Again, not to mention you got to go on the road for this game. It's going to be really difficult. So we're just going to have to wait and see how Colorado looks next week when they take on the Ducks, and then I think we can finally give our true reactions to this team. If they're able to hang around and keep it close and either win or lose a close game, then I think we can truly buy into this Colorado team. But if they end up getting blown out, maybe we can just say they were just playing bad competition after all. Either way, I'm looking forward to next week's game. It's going to be a lot of fun. When talking about this team all offseason, I said at the absolute max they would probably win 3 games. Well, they're already at that mark right now, so they just got to win 1 more game to prove me wrong. Now, granted, looking at their Pac-12 slate, there's a chance things could get pretty bad pretty quickly, but we just got to tip our hats once again to Deion Sanders and the phenomenal job he's done coaching this team so far. So, what are your thoughts from the Colorado State game? Did you think that Colorado State was going to pull off the upset, or deep down, did you have a feeling the Buffaloes were going to be able to pull this one off somehow? Also, let me know your thoughts on that Colorado-Oregon game for next week. Do you think the Buffs have any chance of going into Autzen and pulling off the upset, or do you think they're going to get exposed and they're going to get blown out and show that they're truly not one of the elite teams in the Pac-12? Whatever your thoughts are on everything Colorado, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm posting college football videos every day, so make sure to subscribe if you call yourself a college football fan. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.